Now at the Moulin du Got, and they have an exhibition of work on beautiful papers. The exhibition here at the Moulin is mainly about how paper used to be made here, but we also have artists displaying some beautiful work using paper in many ways, paper mache and obviously painted illustrations. And you see some of them very, very fine indeed. So paper making and drying the papers. Some very fine illustrations. These on pastel. Quite fine work for pastel, maybe pastel pen. Paper mache work. Paper mache over wire. Interesting textures on these, made with paper. Lapwings. Beautifully painted with the textures of the newspaper still showing through on the lettering. without the painting, just the paper. Nice idea. And a very cleverly made prawn. A beautiful little octopus. Beautiful little insects. We've seen these made sometimes abroad and given as gifts, but here they're very cleverly done, more individually. Very nice low reliefs, very simply but carefully and cleverly made in paper. And then hiding away in the corner, this lovely piece of sculpture. And then continuing around the paper making processes. A lot of paper. And then afterwards, where it is squeezed out and pulped with a big stone, well, at the moment I'm staying at a French friend's house, and look at this beauty. It must be nigh on 7 foot of beautiful carabine from the Napoleonic period. You can see it's a muzzle loader with a percussion cap here, very heavy. Let it down again, look at it closer if you like. You can see there the hammer for the muzzle loading, which would hit the percussion cap and then set off the gunpowder. Quite a short stock to it though. Even for me that's quite a short stock, so I don't think the owner was very tall. Looking at that, it's just about right. No sights on the thing. Just got to point and pull at a reasonable distance, I guess. But look at the length of the bayonet on it. You see that the bayonet is a good 14-15 inches long. Wouldn't want that through you, would you? So looking down it, that's a view you will get. And then looking up at the bayonet, would have had a strap here and here to go over the shoulder. Bayonet would twist and come off. Yes, it really is a ruin. There's hardly anything left at all. The history is quite interesting. It was originally built and lived in by two lords who looked after the locals, and in doing so were rewarded the castle and paid, and then eventually fell downward to being lived in by a bunch of thugs and thieves and robbers, and they were paid off to move out. And after doing that, the lord who was given the place to look after was equally as bad. The Catholic uprising, and rather than let the Catholics get hold of it, they decided to ruin it, and they sent a load of people up, and within 4 days they dismantled it to this sort of stage. God knows what would have happened if it had actually been attacked, if people could destroy it in 4 days. It's quite a size. You can see all the rooms and how they were at the time here. It's just a pity there isn't more left. So passageways through. Those hundreds of years ago, people walked through into these rooms. You can't get down into the cellars here, but they're fenced off. You will climb the tower to the top and see what the view is like. A beautiful window here. Down below. Now this is better. Let's walk up there next. These fortifications now. I suspect this would have been a main gate. Up through to the castle. The original route up to the castle. The entrance to the keep, the guard would wait. Continue up from the keep through the defences into the main gate, which of course is open for us. And look what we have. Beautiful. Yes, it takes a bit of imagination to think how it once was. But clearly there was a massive fireplace here at one time. Central hall, I would think. When you look at it, the actual chimney isn't that wide at the top, so they wouldn't lose that much heat. So this is how it would have looked. So through from the left, we go through to the bedrooms, the chambers. So the chestnuts coming out. I think we're seeing the rest of the castle. Yes, it is worth a visit, just worthwhile. See anything in the information, but I suspect these stones here and all of this fortification here would have meant that this was an ideal place for a bridge, as it's just below the castle here. Grey early autumn morning. It's only just wide enough that this would be a nice view to do just here, but it's so flat with no sunshine today. So we're going to do Old English block and blending today on Ongris paper with the unison pastels as the first part of the lessons of the week. So let's see, we've got a brown paper I'm going to cover, and the first thing to do is to get the drawing sorted out for the composition. Now I'm going to bring in the river here from the right hand side through, bounce around the rock here and right round to that side there and round and down to the rocks here. And the first thing to do is to get the first coating on and rubbed in. So I've taken some light blue grey and just blended that in straight away. So this is the blocking and blending. And then we'll add colours over the top. So we're just tinting over the surface now of that base coat and just gently blending in the directions of the clouds, the brown onto this grey, just to gently feel, that's it, rub it right in first of all to lose that paper, even if it turns out to be a similar colour, because that paper will not stay the same.
Light. Is that too light?
It's okay, that'll be alright, that'll be fine. Yeah, and just work it right in. And just use your finger to gently blend. Okay. So now we've got a bit of blue sky over there, I can see up here, and I want to start getting that onto my pastel a bit as well, so I'm going to just tint that in here across gently, and I'm not going to smudge that much. I'm just going to blend it slightly at the edges, not much, because we want the fresh pastel to remain fresh and glow, and if we smudge it, it's going to go dead, so we don't want much of that going on. Just a little bit coming in here of that blue, and just gently use a little bit of the edges, smudge a little bit of the edges. Up here it's slightly deeper blue, so I'm going to bring a little bit of that deeper blue just up here, just a fraction to play against the lighter turquoise, and just blend that back a fraction here. And it's amazing how just one spot in a painting can change other parts of the painting by comparison. Right, now I want a very light cream. So we'll take one of the very light creams here. That's this one. Is that too white? No, that's a little bit too light. A little bit creamer. That's the one. And I'm going to just gently tint that again using different directions down here. And it is now lighter than that grey, you see. Right, having got that bit, I want to go to a slightly deeper cream for the clouds higher up. Use this one, just to start to hint at these clouds which are a bit higher up gently. we go. Came back and we worked from the photograph that we took earlier, and that's what we ended up with. Working on the hibiscus, doing a little loose watercolour for the afternoon for a bit of fun. And it's working out quite well. I might put a little bit of pastel on the edge, but I think it's almost there. I don't get a chance to use most of the apples, the cooking apples. Last year I made them into cider, but it wasn't that successful in this tree. So they tend to get left by the wayside, but some friends come for them. Same with the eating apples, they're lovely as well, but I tend to eat some of those. Cherries have all been and gone, and badgers had what was left. And the plums, I've got most of them as you saw just now in the bowl. There are still some left on the tree. Looks like the walnuts are going to be coming down soon. And autumn is coming, with all the autumn leaves now under the trees. Mayor's tail's all grown again in the pond. I'm going to have to clear that next spring. As I was saying about the autumn leaves, lovely colours. I hope to go out now this afternoon and paint. It's ready in the garden now, and our own tomatoes and our own grapes. It's certainly been a funny year. Very, very hot after spring. Lots of rain, cold in spring. At the end of July, it turns into a desert. And the garden now, you can see how dry everything has become. I've now had to rotivate, but I've lost all my carrots and beetroot and a lot of other things here. Leeks not doing well. That now is just dry soil. This now has all been rotivated and is dry soil. All the potatoes lifted, not many at all, just too dry this year. And over there, we had good onions earlier on, but the maize came to nothing because it was too dry. The greenhouse has just succeeded and continues, just to say struggles on. We've got a cucumber there and a melon growing, still trying to survive. There's a melon over here as grapes have managed to produce, getting some beautiful grapes. Quite a difference from the scene this spring.